Hey, John, students on board a Chattanooga area-based bus are all okay after an SUV crashed into them head-on this morning. Police are not pinpointing a reason, but say the driver was likely at fault. A Hamilton County Schools spokesperson says the driver's windshield was still partially covered in frost at the time of the crash. That could have played a role. Police credit the bus driver with limiting the impact.
She wasn't traveling and enhancing the impact. It tore up the front end of the SUV pretty good and would have been a whole lot worse, I think, if she hadn't gotten stopped.
The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office is now investigating the crash.